Hello everyone, Dr. Ray Benedetto here again today on another short educational and hopefully informational video. Hopefully you're getting some good value from these. Today what we're going to talk about is vitamin D, as in dog. By now, I'm sure most of you watching this have been beat over the head with vitamin D. Now all your doctors, everyone's getting their vitamin D levels checked. Yet when people come in my office, even if they're taking vitamin D, a lot of times their vitamin D is still low. We're going to talk a little bit today about why it's important and the whole 9 yards and what we can do to make sure that it stays healthy. Number one, why are we becoming deficient in vitamin D? 2 reasons. Number one, most of your modern diets are lacking in foods that are rich in vitamin D. For instance, foods like liver. Who eats liver anymore, right? Not many. Organ meats, so eating organs of animals. Lard, right? Nobody cooks with lard anymore. We've talked about, I have a cholesterol video where everyone's freaking out about the cholesterol, right? So no one eats lard anymore. Different types of seafoods and butter, egg yolks, things like that. Okay? So our modern diets don't eat a lot of those foods anymore, right? Number 2, sunlight, right? Everybody knows, hey, I go out in the sun, my body makes vitamin D by getting exposure to sunlight, right? 2 things. Nowadays, everyone also wears a ton of sunscreen because we're worried about skin cancer, and some of those risks are justified. Number 2, it depends on where you live. So I'm filming this right here up in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. We're in the northeastern part of the United States, and really the northern part of, or the southern part of either hemisphere. We don't get enough sunlight. We don't get strong enough sunlight. We don't get enough sunlight throughout the year to make adequate amounts. Summer months, okay. So maybe 2-3 months out of the year we get enough direct sunlight that's strong enough to make vitamin D. If you look at a hot map, they look at these maps and the incidence of certain conditions, MS, multiple sclerosis, is being tied to vitamin D. And you look at these maps and they show a map of the Earth, and the closer you get to the equator, the less incidence of MS there is. The further away you get, north and south, that's where all the MS is. So some big correlation there with some autoimmune diseases, which we'll get to in a sec. Why is it important? Okay, vitamin D is crucial for particularly one main function. Vitamin D is huge for the function of our immune system. Okay, our immune system uses it. It's an immune modulator, so it helps to keep our immune system balanced, so it doesn't get too overactive one way or the other. So huge for immune function, digestive function, things like that too, but very important for immune function, which is a big reason why we see it deficient in patients with autoimmune diseases. Things like RA and lupus and Hashimoto's thyroiditis from the thyroid. Patients come in my office with these things and they all have vitamin D deficiencies. It's a chicken or an egg type of thing, but it has to be fixed. You can also have genetic defects where your vitamin D receptors don't work so well. Okay, so these things need to be checked. Patients are taking a ton of vitamin D and their levels aren't going up. Maybe they have a genetic defect and they have to take more actually. But they're not checked. I mean, we check these things on our patients, but they're not checked at their regular doctor, if you will. What are healthy levels? Okay, healthy levels. So again, most of you no doubt have had your levels checked, and kind of 30 is the magic number on the blood tests. If you go below 30, you're deficient. Okay, ideal healthy levels where I like to see my patients are typically between 50 and 80 would be great. We don't really get too excited unless we get north of 100. Then we got to worry about toxicity and things. But between 50 and 80 is a nice healthy level. There's a lot of good research out there that shows that anything below 50 will increase your chances of autoimmune disease and cancers and things like that. So we want those levels higher, okay? And we need a good source, right? People are taking vitamin D all the time. They're like, I'm taking a whole bunch of vitamin D. Why are my levels so low? You need to make sure it's in a good form. It needs to be in a proper dose. So vitamin D is very important. That's why everyone gets a check nowadays on their blood tests. Hopefully now you know why. Hopefully now you know why we're deficient in it, why it's so important, and how to get good healthy levels. If you have any questions, you can always ask. Pick up the phone, call us, email us, leave some comments below this video if you need to. Vitamin D is a big one, and it has to get we have to get it fixed, and most of the time that involves supplementation. So if you have any questions, feel free to let us know, and have a great day, everyone. We'll catch you on the next video.